Hey everybody, it's Thursday night and you know what time that is. We back on deck. I got Miss V and I got the crew with me.
All right.
We're gonna talk about some stuff today. I'm excited. I haven't talked all day, so I'm ready. I'm ready to get this in.
Let's talk.
This day is I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see everybody and they smiling, they looking good. Just look at them. you know I want to start off just saying just recapping some stuff because I don't want us to get so far in the water that we can't find our way back. And tonight we're going to talk about love because I think that you know how love is, and we're going to jump into it. And somebody said something that kind of like rattled, just kind of like shook me and made me think that sometimes that's the word is thrown so easily and it's easily misunderstood. So we want to talk about it tonight because I just know he said love covers a multitude. Love will make you think something. Al Green, it'll make you do right. It'll make you do wrong. Yeah. So let's talk about some love today. But I want to first let you introduce somebody, put everybody out there, let them so you can hear their voice, and then they can smile at you, they can share with you, they can talk to you, introduce themselves. They all grown, they can speak for themselves. So first of all, we got Mark. He's back. He's back by popular demand.
All right.
And I told him sometimes. And I told him, I said, when they told me that, I said, well, sometimes something's so good, you got to do it twice.
You got to do it twice.
So I said, Mark, you got to come back because they said it was good.
Yeah.
It was the best one we ever had. Now, boy, don't play with us like that.
Play with us.
Somebody, it's the best we ever had.
Said a good time.
So, we want to get this thing right tonight.
Yeah.
So first of all, let them speak to you. So like I say, they grown, they can speak for themselves. And before we get this thing started.
Oh, I'll start off. Yeah. If I don't do or say nothing else, I just want to wish my sister a happy birthday. There's my sister
happy birthday.
Amen.
Happy birthday.
Nothing about me. Just want to wish my sister a happy birthday.
Beautiful.
What's your name?
Oh, Marcus. My name is Marcus. But that's just how I am.
Yourself.
I'm okay. I just anytime or any opportunity I ever get to speak about anything, it's about other people. And today is my sister's birthday. Okay. I want to wish her a happy birthday.
That's it. Shout out your sister. What a good big brother you is.
All right.
Or little brother. Which one?
No, I'm the big brother.
Okay.
But she thinks she's the big sister.
Well deserved.
Well, hello, everybody. I am Tempest, and I am just grateful and thankful to be here on today. And I'm just looking forward to us having a jolly old good time and looking forward to you all chiming in with us on today with your questions, with your thoughts, with your ideas, as we bring you all this fantastic show.
All right. It's Lawanda, and I'm back. I'm just so grateful to God that I'm able to sit here in this seat again. I missed you guys on last week, was under the weather, but I'm back. So come on in and have a good time and chat with us. All right.
Let's talk, y'all. Let's talk.
Beautiful. I promise you, these are some exceptional young women's and men's. And I'm just glad to be able to grace their presence with me, and I'm grateful to it. But we was talking about love, and I think we can't speak enough about it because it doesn't matter to me. It's supposed to be, and this is the way it's supposed to be. Now, I ain't saying it's like that, and most of the time, I guess it's not. But it's not about how people treat you. It's about how you treat them. And so if your love is based on cordial because of how you treat you, is you love people unconditionally and you love them in spite of them, and you love them because he says to love is the greatest of all. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if that's the way it is, and I'm gonna love you according to how you love me.
Yeah.
That is like we drowning, because now you're putting yourself in a position to be like them, and you're supposed to be a bit bigger than them. Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody else is not able to love. Maybe somebody else don't have that type of a connection. Mm-hmm. Maybe you stronger. Maybe you wiser. Maybe you can be better.
Right.
So you supposed to implement what it's supposed to be, not the way it is. So today we jump into some conversations because our first thing I want you to tell me tonight is love enough? So just give me your feel on, is love enough?
Well, I slightly kind of disagree with a little bit
Come
what
on,
you
baby.
said before. Although I do feel um, that it's also about how we treat other people. But I think mainly people love us the way they see us love ourselves first. So how could I expect you to love me a certain way when all I'm showing you the way I treat myself?
Right.
So if I treat myself with lack of respect, if I treat myself as if I don't love myself or no one loved me, you're gonna do the same. I tell everybody, we the world's professor.
Mhm.
And the people in the world is our students. They only gonna do or regurgitate what we teach them. If I teach you how to love me,
Yeah.
whether you know how to love in general or not, you're gonna teach me a certain type of way. Because I have seen people that's disrespectful in general, but show respect to me because of the way I respect myself.
Mm.
So I think a lot of it has to go with, yeah, it's about how we treat other people, but mainly how you treat yourself.
Hmm.
Mhm. Well, I agree with Marcus.
See, don't come on here with this.
Your seatbelt right
Don't come up
there.
with, don't come up here with all this agreeing with the man.
I mean, no, seriously, I do agree with him. I think, you definitely got to love yourself, and people see that you love yourself. They know, like, okay, she's into herself or he's into himself, right? You could tell he loving on himself or she loving on herself. So I can't come to him or her any kind of way. I got to come with her, to her or him with the utmost respect and give that true, genuine love, because you could tell that this person is loving on themselves. Now, and I do also agree with you in reference to, love. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Like, okay, you might be little dirty scam booger, but because I love the Lord, though, I'm gonna treat you the way God's telling me to treat you, right? So I'm gonna love you the way I would like for you to love me or treat me. And we got to think about too, when you was talking about it, make me think, if God treated us like we treated people when we do the wrong way, how will we be? Because see, we want God to love us. Love me, God, no matter what I'm doing. I did wrong. Love me, God. You know what I'm saying? I walked away. Love me, God. We want him to just love us regardless. So if we want God to love us, I think we need to stop and think sometime too about the relationship between us and God. That can help you also love, that person a little bit more better or deeper.
So I believe that love isn't enough. Action speaks louder than the words saying love. Um, you can love yourself and other people don't love you still. And you can and other people can love you and you don't even love yourself. So action is a word. Action is love to me. And a lot of times I can love you deeply, but I don't gotta like you. I don't have to like the spirit that's in you. I don't have to like your ways. I don't have to like the way you talk to me, but I'm gonna love you in spite of you, only because that's what God put in my heart and that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna, if I see you in need, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna love you past what I see and what I don't like, but that doesn't mean that it's always enough. You know what I'm saying? Because she said, "Is love enough?" It's the just saying I love you. Sometimes it's not a love because you ain't putting no action behind saying I love you or behind saying, "Oh, you my whole world." But then the world is falling apart. Have you noticed it? The world is crumbling. Have you looked at it? What kind of love are you giving out? Are you giving genuine love? Are you giving worldly love? Or are you just giving verbal love? It's just not enough. It's a whole room of things with that kind of love to me.
But I think that also the onus also falls upon us as relates to love, because the one question none of us asked, what is love?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
what may be love to me may not be what love is to you.
That's
Because
true.
I know for a fact some people, like for example, take that question, is love enough? What is love? Is love tradition?
Is
Meaning
love enough?
that I just supposed to love you because tradition says that you're my uncle, I need to treat you with respect. You're my auntie, I need to treat you with respect. You my sister, I need to treat you with respect. So you have some people in some families that is literally forgiving someone
Mhm.
without an apology. because of what love, suppose what love is. You have some females and males that are in families that has been harmed as a kid and still sit at the dinner table with that same uncle or that same auntie
Yeah,
because of what tradition is of love.
Yeah.
You know what? I know what you did to me, and we got that same tradition. They talked about last week. What
Yeah.
happened in this house stays in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? I didn't say nothing. I got to sit at the table and just swallow my pride. Don't
Yeah.
say nothing. Respect this person because this is my uncle.
Right.
But this person never forgave. I know he never apologized for what he did to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's something deep. That's
Yeah.
something because
But that's why I say, what is love?
Because-
That's true.
and-
And like, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
because I think that whatever is in you until you free yourself, you can't you still got shackles and you still being bogged down and you still holding something and you'll never be free.
Right.
Right.
And they say if in order to heal, you got to
You got to-
reveal.
Yeah.
You got to
reveal,
put it
yeah.
out there. You
Got
got to
to.
say, no, I got to get this straight.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Even if nothing as far as laws and all of that stuff. But at least you got to know.
Yeah.
And
So
you
that
freeing
brings-
yourself.
You
got
you
to
got
free.
to free
Yeah,
yourself.
gotta free.
You got to
bound.
be true
You
to
walking around
yourself
in-
if you're
in
not true to
bondage.
nobody else.
Yeah.
And I got to be I got to free
Got
myself.
to be free.
And that's why
Yeah.
I say it goes back to trying to figure out what love really
That's
means.
true.
Because you have some people that say, you know what, the way I show you I love you, you got a roof over your head, you got food on this table, and there's
Yeah.
always something in the refrigerator. And others would say,
Right.
wait a minute. So
Right.
that same person that grows up, they get into relationships, they say, that's where I was shown
Provided.
love. I'm
Right.
loving you.
That
I'm
was
providing.
love. Yeah.
But that cannot be your love. Like you can say, wait a minute. You put all this stuff on the table, but where are you?
Yeah. You
And
never
they
spend
saying,
quality
I'm working
time
to put
with
all
me.
that stuff on
Right.
the table.
Yeah.
Be like Fred Sanford say, why else you think you in this house and you paying no rent? You better believe.
And some people, as I learned that as children, some kids grew up never getting a hug from their parents, never hearing I love. They never
Mhm.
hear the word I love you,
love
so
you.
they don't know what true love and affection is.
Right.
They don't really know their love language
Yeah.
because they never had
Mhm.
had it put out there for them. So yeah, you're right. What is love? What does love mean to you? That's what it is. What does love mean to me?
Yeah.
Because it means different
Yeah.
things to everybody, our own love language.
You know what?
That's
That's
another one that just came with my
that's gonna be another. That's gonna be
Right.
another segment. It's gonna be another segment because we can stay right here
Right.
all day on that one question.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about that because I know this couple and apparently they went into this relationship because they both been married and they said they don't want to get married no more because we went through that. So
Mm.
now I just want to be happy. I just want to me and you just stay together.
Mhm.
Okay.
But now 2 years in, the woman say, I had enough of this shacket. I wants to get married.
Okay.
I wants to get married. And now she's at the thing where she needs to know she done gave him an ultimatum. You either gonna
Marry me.
or I'm
Oh.
gone.
We walking away.
Bye. That wasn't the thing we talked about. See you later. I mean, this is something you like we talked about before. You need to talk about that up front.
Upfront.
Okay. then.
And if you got me in this relationship with the assumption, now if we grow together in that way, that's different. Let's talk about. But you shouldn't hold me accountable because I'm not feeling like you feeling right now.
But but love will make you do some things you don't want to do. So is this one of those things that if you love her and if this is all that she's asking of you,
So, but you just finna give in. You just finna do something just to satisfy her, but you're not satisfied. So he gonna say yes, okay, I'm gonna marry you just because she want to
I
get
have
married,
seen situations
and
where
he be miserable in the marriage and start
I've
cheating.
seen
And,
situations
you know?
where you didn't even know you wanted until you got it.
okay,
Right. But you know, sometimes, like you said, both of them have been in a marriage. One of them could have been hurt so bad or got into that marriage and lost everything. And fear is there saying, I'm not ready to take
Yeah.
this type of chance because I felt this type of love in the first marriage and it felt so good and it felt so right. And then I lost everything. So am I willing to take this chance just right now? You need to give me time. You need to
Right.
wait and see. Other than that, bye.
So the love wasn't enough.
the
It
love
wasn't
wasn't
enough.
enough.
So if
No.
I'm hearing you correctly,
love
what you're
one
saying is she broke an agreement.
She
Mhm.
well,
Maxine.
well, you know what I'm saying. Do you know that I know for a
She
fact.
He said you ain't answer his question.
But
She break the agreement.
yeah, but the thing of it is, we talked about this. It changes. When I be with you 1 year, now the second year, it's a whole new
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Third year, it's a whole new thing.
Mhm.
Either we may have grown closer together, we may have grown farther
Farther away
apart.
from each other.
But now I may have grown closer. Now I see you as who I want. I want to spend a life with
But
you.
I got to
But
see
that's
you the
a-
same way.
Right. Now I was going to say that's
Yeah,
a
that's-
one-way street.
right.
Because she might see him that way, but he ain't got to that level
Right.
yet.
No.
She way up here and he's still right there.
And
Like,
you know
okay, baby, let
sometimes
me get there. And as women, we can get so deep and so emotional. Y'all know how we do as women. Unfortunately, that's what we
Yeah.
do. Not saying that men don't do it, but we get deep. We are, as they say, emotional beings, and that's just how we were created. And we get that feel good feeling from him, and we just be like, oh yeah,
let us know, y'all,
I'm
if
ready
love
to
is enough.
dive deep
What do
into
you
this
think?
thing. We gonna get married. We picking our wedding dresses. We looking at pictures, and that man sitting back like, I'm cool. Where we at?
Yeah, men sometimes, no offense, Mark, is slower than us. So
But you know
you
what?
gotta wait till they play catch up.
But there's nothing wrong because I'm a firm believer in one's perspective becomes their reality. So we all know in the last 2 days it's been extremely cold in Chicago. Now, if my perspective is it's still 80 degrees outside. So if I go outside with my shorts on, although we all know the weather has changed, if my perspective that the weather is still the same way, there's nothing you can say that can make me believe it differently.
Yeah.
So one's perspective become their reality.
Yeah.
So as far as do we outgrow each other, or is this person more in love than this person? If one person feels as if you will never change, no matter what you say, no matter what I do, I'm gonna start moving differently now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start moving differently now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you because
Yeah.
you can take the same situation but two different perspectives. I never forget high school sweetheart. Every time I say, "All right, I got to get ready and go," Mama said I gotta get out the phone. She'd hang the phone up. I would look in the ceiling like, "Oh my God, that was so nice." Like she wanted to talk to me so bad that she hung up in my face. Same act. 4 or 5 years later, now I'm more mature.
Right.
Hey, that's disrespectful.
Right.
Why are you hanging
She
up
hung
on
up
me?
in my face.
Same act. But I see things differently now.
Different, yeah.
And that's what happened in relationships.
Yeah,
You
I
could be
agree.
doing the same thing, but if I mature in a way, you would think like, wait a minute, I've been doing this. You liked it when we first got together, but yeah, I don't see things the same way I see
Yeah.
them.
Me
Oh,
now.
you already. I already know.
Grown in different areas.
I know
I've
what.
grown.
I know. One time my husband said, "You know what? I want Vaughn back." I said, "She gone. She ain't
I
coming
know
back
that's
no more.
right. Vaughn gone.
You want her back? She ain't. She gone."
She gone.
Marquita said love is never enough.
Come on, Marquita.
Why you say that, Marquita? Marquita, I'm sorry.
You know what? But that even brings me to even because all now mind you, we talking about this love, and love make things stick. Love make you see some stuff that you don't even see. And it also make you don't see stuff that's sitting right there in front of you.
Yeah, that's true.
So here is a couple, and I know these couples. Some of this stuff is real life. I'm not talking about some stuff that's out of the norm.
That's made up.
Here is some relatives that got married, and then they found out that they was relative. They didn't know it at first, and so now that they're in it, what do you think they should do?
Well, how far in it? Meaning how?
Oh yeah, they.
How close are they to cousins? Because sometimes.
Oh, so you don't care?
No. I'm saying because some people become related because daddy got with a new wife. Now that's your step family, but technically you still cousins. So, but are we blood cousins?
Blood.
Do they have kids?
No.
Well, you
Bye-bye.
need to cut your losses now.
Cut on. Go
Because
on now.
it's not about you at this point. Now it's about
So
the science
actually
of
the
it.
whole and
That's incest.
but
ain't
the
it?
whole thing about it is they.
Well, who they is brothers? Okay.
But this is
No,
what she's
it
saying.
depends.
But she
Come
said
on,
they
come
never
on,
knew
Miss V.
about it. They
never
found
knew.
out after they was married.
They found
all
out
of
after
this
they was
time.
married.
Okay.
And that's that's a parent's responsibility. That's why it's
Yeah,
so
but-
important to get to know your family members.
But they said they too far in it.
So
They
may
too
I
far
ask-
in it. They love each other, and they done come this far.
And how many years they been together?
When they found out, it was like maybe 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, they too far in it.
Now, relationship wise, is related like
Is they sisters' kids?
cousins. Like, is these cousins,
That's what I'm
step
saying, 'cause I
cousins,
think
like
you can actually marry your third, like
a
after your
third cousin
cousin
or
you can
something
actually
like
That's
marry
a
that?
them.
lie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
That's a
think
lie.
it is.
They
a
say
saying.
that they say that
But
after third
they,
cousin.
they,
Yeah.
say-
That's a lie
but
still.
they are down the line.
They way
Okay.
down the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big mama's cousin.
Yeah, but to me, if I find out you my family, I'm not looking at you the same way no more.
Me either.
I don't care how far you down the
Me
line.
either.
Right.
When
I
you
agree.
say we family,
Mhm.
oh, you remember that's what happened to my brother. My brother brought his girlfriend home, and when he brought it to the house, Mama said, "Yes, your cousin. You better get rid of her right now."
Yeah,
For real.
For real,
Yeah,
for
but then it
real.
gets to the point that it's not about you. It's also about if you was to bring a kid into the world.
Right.
You got the
Right.
science behind the deformities and
Yep.
the
Yeah.
illnesses and all the type of stuff when those
Right.
genetics start to cross.
Yeah, they didn't have any
So,
children, but
yeah.
they said that they was too far in it, and because of how far they was in it, like love and
Marriage.
intimacy
That's the
and
problem.
marriage and you know what I'm saying. Once you do that, what that is when you
DNA test.
no when you get married and they say have
Consummated.
consummated.
They
You know all these
consummate-
words I can't understand.
That's
you know.
okay, honey.
I'm
Just say when they get to when they do it.
yeah.
There you go. Come on, we grown.
Yeah, I mean it's just but I don't care even if I got that far,
Yeah.
baby, we got to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
can't look
do
at you
that
the
one.
same
Me
way.
neither. Mm-mm.
See, that's
What y'all
get.
think?
That's
Let's
what y'all
see.
get.
Let's
Y'all
see what
don't
the
be
people
wanting to
say.
go
Can
to
you
y'all
see? You know I can't
significant
see
other
double
family
glasses,
reunions.
though.
That's why that's what you get.
I can't read it.
I know you know what, but this is this.
And Mark, she was talking about love is just never enough in any relationship, whether it's family, friends, or significant others. Hey, my Wanda. Hey, Shiki. Hey, y'all. How you doing, Tashika?
So, Christine,
She said hi to all of us.
hey, Christine said that's nasty. I don't care how long y'all been
I-
together.
Yeah.
I'm
And
with her.
I agree with you and Miss V. Me and Miss V agree with you.
I agree. I mean, I just can't see that. Even whenever we find out,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I can't
saying.
do that one.
I know the marriage and all that stuff, but I don't know. That's just something about that.
What do y'all think?
Well, you know, give them the phone number because they could
There
post
you
it could
go.
come, and
Yeah, if you have a comment or you want to just talk to us on the phone, give us a call. Shout out to us at 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. Give us a call. We're waiting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this one in because this is something that just recently happened.
Okay.
Man's wife died, and he already pursuing somebody else. And they said, well, you know, women's wait a long time, but men's pick them out at the cemetery.
Not at the
They pick 'em
cemetery.
out at the cemetery. They picking them. So I mean,
Okay.
I said, I think, you know, I don't know if. Well, I guess depending on your age, you ain't got a lot of time to waste. Maybe that's it.
But it also depends on the dynamic of her dying. Is this something that they knew was coming?
No.
And they talked about it?
No.
How you know they didn't talk about it though?
Well, that's
sometimes in relationships they talk about, I don't want you sitting around here being sad. Move on, get somebody else, and that's probably what he
true.
did.
Right.
Don't
That's
you got
true.
spare tire in your car right now?
You
We gonna wait on the side of the road. We gonna-
got a spare tire?
Man, no, I got one in my car, don't you?
Oh.
But you know, you think about it. I mean, at least you think he should get over, you know, get some grieving time.
But
or
how long
something.
has it been since the wife passed away?
Recently?
I mean, she been passed on for like 2-3 months, and then he went and got him a new one, or
Well, he says that because this guy, and obviously he's gonna be on. He's want to be on one of the guests.
all
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
all right, gonna have
Got
his
it warm
hot
for
seat,
you.
got the hot
Got it warm
seat.
for you.
And he can really go. He can really talk. So we gonna just give him the flow because I know we ain't gonna have room edgewise. But I think that the older you get, maybe, and I can kind of see that because you ain't got a lot of time, and you don't.
How you? But
She said, good question.
yeah.
Tanisha said, Tanisha. Hey, Tanisha. She said, good question. Okay, but I'm
But
still
Tashika-
trying to figure.
Oh, Tashika
Go ahead.
said, "Love is the foundation. How you build, but you have to live on the. Wait a minute. But you can't live on foundations alone.
That's the love question.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. You need
Yeah.
That's the
windows.
love question.
You got the foundation. You need windows. You need a door. Need a gutter. You need
Yeah,
all that
because you
stuff.
ask yourself, what would be more important to you in a relationship? Would it be somebody that love you, somebody that protected you with your security, or would it be the finance? Which part of those? Because
I'll
All
love
that.
it. I'll love it. I want it all.
promise you know what I'm saying? So when you
I
looking
want it
at somebody
all.
can give you
Right.
some love,
And
but
that's
can't give
where,
you.
and that's where we all fall, especially. I'm gonna put y'all on the carpet.
That's okay.
More so, women fall it because you want it all, but guess
Mhm.
what? You're not gonna get it all in one person.
Mhm.
So what we would do is we would,
And that's vice versa.
especially
me
when we go
3/4
looking
for
for
something.
something specific. If I
Mhm.
go specifically look for a woman, like, oh my God, this woman is so beautiful. All I want is beautiful, her beauty.
Mhm.
But can't believe a word to come out of her mouth. She's a big
Okay.
liar. So
She's a beautiful liar.
you can't.
She's a beautiful liar.
And then we start to neglect certain stuff because we're looking for
Uh-huh.
a Swiss knife.
Yeah.
And what, like for example, prime example, you got a bowl right here, a bowl of soup.
Mhm.
There's no need for a fork because all that soup is gonna fall out. Does not mean that the fork is not important.
Mhm.
It's just not good for this situation. Now I got a bowl of spaghetti. That fork is perfect now.
It's perfect.
But what will happen is because that fork didn't work for that soup, I throw it away.
Mm.
Now I need it.
Now I need it.
Right.
So I just
That's
feel
some
that we
good
have to
stuff.
stop looking for stuff
That's some good
specifically and say, you know what? You a fork. I may not love you today,
Right.
But the
but I
mom,
appreciate.
Tomorrow, right? Because
what
I
you
might
need.
need support, right? Because I might need you
I
tomorrow.
might need you tomorrow.
I might need you tomorrow. I might need you tonight. So
See what I'm saying? So stop throwing away them forks and spoons.
okay.
You better go in there and tell my kids that, my grandkids.
Okay, but I want to get back to this marriage question because what is the actual question? Is it too soon for him to get married? Is that the question?
it could be how you look at it. Because I'm thinking he's in his 60s,
Okay.
and
Ma'am.
girl,
Or
I
is-
know that ain't old.
Right. That's
Who
I
you
wanna get
talking
married
to?
again.
I know it ain't old.
Hold on. Okay. This young man said, why do he want to get married again? Now, why you had to say all of that?
No, that's the best. No, I would love to talk to any man that has been married. No, honestly, age don't have anything to do with it.
Okay.
I would love to talk to anyone who has been married once and
Okay.
decide to do it again.
Male or female?
Either.
Okay.
I did it twice.
Well, I've been married once, and I would like to be married again.
This is my
Mhm.
second marriage.
But my ex said he wouldn't like to be married. But me personally, I want to be married again. Just because one didn't work, don't mean another one won't work.
I would say is I would
Exactly.
love the commitment and a sense of the responsibility that comes from a marriage, but I definitely don't want to be married again.
Say that again.
He
I'm
said
sorry.
I would
Definitely.
love the sense of commitment, the sense of responsibility of saying I got you and you got me,
Mhm.
but I definitely wouldn't want to get married again.
Okay. Okay.
But I
Christine, you could call in. I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
because she was asking a question. If you want to call in at 708-223-8953 and ask your questions. Okay. Because she was saying, what is the topic? We talking about a whole lot, Christine. But right now we were talking about the marriage. I guess should do a person want to get remarried after like they lose a wife or a husband or whatever. But y'all could call in here at 708-223-8953. We would love to hear your voice and your questions.
And I just want to say I got married again because in the first time I got married, it was because everybody said you need to get married. I got married because the crowd was getting married. It wasn't so much as love. And then I was raising boys and I figured I needed the help, but it was for the wrong reasons.
Right.
And so this time I got married because I wanted to be married for real, in love married. I wasn't in love then. I was in like,
Mhm.
and I was ready for somebody to help me with my kids and stuff like that. And yeah, that didn't work out. So I figured that when Mr. Right do come and we do get married, it'll be because my heart says so, not because my friends say, "Girl, you so hot, you so picky, you just and all that other stuff." I should have stayed picky.
I like that. No, that's
Yeah.
a great question I have for you.
Okay.
So
We got it.
say, and you called him Mr. Right. Say Mr. Right does come, but Mr. Right has also been in a past relationship,
Yeah.
past marriage, and now marriage is just not on his
Agenda.
forefront or agenda what he want to do. Will he still be your Mr. Right without him wanting to actually get married?
Yeah, he'll be Mr. Right, but he'll be Mr. Right there, and I'll be Mr. Right here. So he'll be still Mr. Right. You giving me live example because me and my husband was like that. He wasn't ready. I'm like, I ain't finna be with nobody for past two years. That's all you get.
So although he's everything you need,
Yeah,
Prince
but we
Charming
can
and all that stuff,
we
but you
gonna
still have
date.
to
We
get
gonna
married.
date. You gonna keep your house, and I'm gonna keep my house, and we can date in the middle. But we ain't gonna get together here. I'm not finna put I'm not putting my money into your house and building it up and helping you grow. And I can have my own stuff the way I want it. So just in case, since you're saying you're not ready to get married, just in case another one come around and tickle your fancy, I don't got to worry about you putting me out. I'm already gone.
Okay.
So
only go tickle his fancy, not yours.
That too. That
Okay.
too. Because
We
you
gotta-
so we agreed that love was in the air and we both did it. But I only had a 2-year timeline, baby, because I ain't got time to be wasted.
You know what?
So we gotta
One thing I found out from doing this
Hold on,
podcast, because I was simply saying an hour. That's a long time. You will be amazed how fast an
That's
hour
true.
can go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I ain't even at the tip of the last thing I want to even talk about. And I know the last thing gonna really turn up some noses. But it's amazing the stuff that's going on in life that that you could talk about. And it ain't saying that you know something, that you so smart or you got it all together. Some stuff it's just like I want to challenge you to make you think.
Yeah.
Because this is happening. This
Y'all
was
think-
on the radio, and this was a subject. And it was a subject that was on the radio, was talked about. And I decided that we'll pick a little minute and go into it before we have to leave, because it's closing in on us to get off the air. But there was a man and a woman, they had been married 7 years, and they say they was happy. And what happened was the man said, we've been in long enough. I want a family, because I want us to raise a family, because our happiness and our joy is here. So as doing that, he says, I want children. I want a family. She wrote in and said, I need to be able to tell my husband that I was born a man.
Oh, Lord.
My God.
And I can't have no children.
Oh, that's murder.
And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I asked this question because I'm thinking like you. It's somebody gonna have to die.
Oh,
But
well.
I asked somebody, and somebody said, I'm in it now and I love her. I'm gonna just stay.
You love him?
No, I'm not.
I'm
I
saying what you
figure
said.
honestly, if somebody came and told me that, I ain't a person of violence. But I think I would post some hot grits on him or something.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the other couple said they were so far in it?
Both.
No, everybody said they far in it.
Both.
That's what I'm saying. You can't pick and choose.
So, guys,
Yeah.
the question is, you're married 7 years and you find out that the person that you married to is not the gender that they say they are. You married a woman, but come to find out they was born a man. Or you married a man, found out they was born a woman, and they changed their gender, and now you can't have children. What are your take on that? What do you think?
I don't know how you can be with somebody for 7 years.
And
now
don't,
you
and don't even know. Now that's the part right there. What y'all been doing for 7 years? Just
But-
looking at each other's
But
face.
baby,
Maybe she had to.
he had this.
The whole, that's
The whole
true.
thing.
Okay,
And have you
that's
seen
true.
some of these now?
Yeah.
They can put rings around you.
Yeah.
You can't change the size of them hands and feet. That's one thing you can't change.
What
Yeah,
about
but
the
it's-
Adam's apple?
They said don't worry about the item apple.
I probably was. No,
So
You know
you
what?
so you think that's something you could really get past?
No, I couldn't get past that.
I think it's not so much as the gender to me. It's the deceit,
I was just about to
the
say that.
lies, the secrecy.
Yeah.
So when you honest with somebody, even if you dating them for a couple of months, say, look, we can't go no further. I got to tell you something. Before you marry me or marry somebody, there's some things you got to lay on the table and give them the opportunity to say, I still want to do this or I don't.
So how much of your past are you willing to tell somebody?
As much as they need to know.
Oh, we got
You know, you got so how much past? Because some people say, you know, what you don't know don't hurt you, and I'm not going back. And you loving this right here and now.
right.
I personally, I know that would be an issue.
Yeah, and then so that he already said, or she already said, I love you, and I'm in this to win it. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. Well, if you ain't going nowhere, stick around for this, because I'm about to tell you a few little things, and let's see if you can stick around. And then I can understand if they say no. I can understand if they say, "Oh, I can't do this." It's different. But just to be blindsided by that after 7 years, and you want a family with your wife or your spouse. That's the deceit. That's the most hurtful part, in my opinion. Not because,
but you love each other.
It ain't enough.
Love ain't enough. That's going back to that first question. Is love enough? No, love is not enough.
Marquita said they going for a divorce.
Right. Christine said that's when the discernment spirit should kick in. Some should kick in at that point.
Yeah, because I don't even understand how intimacy, but I ain't in there with
right.
Because people
do it. So we're not saying, hey, people do what they do because it's to each his own. But I would say nowadays, before you trying to tie the knot with anybody, baby, you need a whole list of stuff. Like you got to be honest about everything.
I say, are you a woman?
It's so much going on. Like, I mean, are you on the down low? Have you ever been on the down low? Do you just like women or whatever? Like, but what are you?
You got to put in.
You've been on drugs. You've been in jail. I mean, how many baby mamas you got? I mean. Nowadays, you really got to ask questions, and you can't. And one thing about it, you can't be afraid to ask these questions because a lot of times men. Not saying we cool like that. Sometimes men be like, "Oh, you ask so many questions, or you want to know this, baby. I want to know it all. I'm gonna ask you anything come to my mind. Yes, I want to know it. Let's lay it out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't walking around here hush hush.
Do you ask that? Because sometimes people are dating and they dating without any purpose. They don't have no purpose of trying to marry you. They don't have no purpose of trying. Some of them this just a one night, or this just as far as I can see, and till I can see further. Right. They ain't looking at this as like I need to expose everything to you.
And what happens when you are married and you've been married so long, you find out your wife like women, or they change partners on you?
They gonna say,
there's always some things that we can work through. And this is one of them.
So you willing to work through that?
We all had a pass.
So oh my God.
We all had a pass.
So you okay with the two women?
We all had a pass.
So you okay with
they
the other
be
woman?
Tax exempt. They should have to pay taxes.
Wow, ain't that something?
They get a free pass to heaven. It's all right with me.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
So you saying you be okay?
So we
all
gonna be
if she want to bring a friend in?
We all had a pass.
So would you be okay if she wanted to bring another male in? Have you bring a friend? Bring a friend in.
I tell you this.
Tell the truth. Come on, right, y'all? Can we bring another man
in?
Okay.
I'm gonna be so serious. I'm a type of guy that I would never ask for anything that I'm not willing to give.
Okay.
So if I'm not willing to give that, I wouldn't ask for it.
Okay.
So that's how I am. I never ask for anything that I'm not willing to give.
All right now. He got excited, y'all. Did y'all see that?
You ain't coming in my house. Only one.
Right, one.
Yeah, this is just one.
We don't need Felix, a cat. We don't need none of that. Walking around up in here, nothing.
You guys, I promise you, we narrowing up down to I told y'all I would go fast. It can go fast. We got, that. It can be
somebody's.
Makes you question waiting to be married. I'm so sorry. Waiting to be intimate before marriage.
Yeah.
I would be devastated to wait and find out my spouse was another gender.
Oh yeah, that is devastating.
Right. That could be cause for how you kill a person and they said you get temporary insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could probably
for real insanity.
Fit in.
Right, that'll fit in.
Yeah, I mean, second degree. It shouldn't be no degree.
You still kill somebody.
But I lost my mind.
Yeah, I lost my mind. It was like
that's
like walking into the house and your wife is cheating. So you
could second degree.
So they still got to get her jail.
You can't leave and think about it, but if you do it in that very moment, Like you walk in the house, you see them in the act, you kill them. That's second degree.
You giving too much information.
Oh,
You trying to help people out
that's
over
second
there.
degree.
You're hoping them out.
You know the Mark do that.
Well,
And ask them their
we got a
name
phone.
and where they
got a
calling
phone.
from.
Hello, caller.
Good evening.
Who are we talking to? Can you tell us your name and where you calling from?
Christine, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Christine.
I just want to know what I mean, I hear it's different topics you all talking about, but what is it? I mean, is this like a just a talk show or a Christian thing or what? I don't know. Because I don't hear
So what we do here, we talk about a little bit of everything. It's not a one-sided thing. It's just all in all general conversations we have that everyday life, spiritual, non-spiritual. It's just conversation. Okay. Yeah, it's
okay.
That's all.
Okay, so because I don't want to, get out of, be out of place and say, something.
No.
So I was just saying about what you guys were talking about as far as the incest, because that's incest all the way around.
Right.
What is God saying about this?
Right.
About this, even
Right.
with the marriages and things like that. We can do what we want to do.
Of course.
Because God give us that will, that free will.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But what is God saying in all of this?
That's true.
Yeah.
He said, acknowledge him in all your ways, and he'll direct your path. So if you let God direct you,
Mm-hmm.
then you can't go wrong.
Amen.
That's
You're right about that.
That's
You're right about that.
So you ain't got to worry about marrying another woman thinking it's
Right.
a man, or a man marrying another man thinking it's a woman. You can't get confused about that, because he said he will not have the children ignorant. So that discernment spirit gonna kick in.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
You're right.
But it's gonna kick in
I'm
before
gonna
the
help him
marriage
out.
or after, Christine.
I'm gonna help God out.
Before the marriage, in the conversation. No.
Yeah.
You ought to know. It's just things you will know when you come in somebody's a presence. You will know if a person's spirit is right or not. Not that you acting funny, but you will just know something is not right about that person.
But what if they got a good spirit? They got a good spirit, a common spirit, and you just
will know it.
Okay.
You will know it. I can detect a person that's not right, phony, fake, a good-hearted person or whatever. It's some things you just know.
Yeah.
I don't know everything, and don't nobody know everything.
Right.
But God.
Right.
But at the same time, that discerning spirit, if it's strong, you're gonna know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
Yeah, I agree.
Amen.
Yeah. Thank you, Christine.
Yes, thank you for calling in. We truly appreciate your call and your questions and comments.
Yeah, you're welcome. I
All
was
right.
bored tonight, so I see y'all.
Be bored next
Well,
week.
come back with us on next week, Thursday. We'll be here at the same time and this is called the Miss V and the Crew podcast. We are here every Thursday from 8 to 9. Okay. So tune in. All righty. All right, baby. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, we
Oh, she is tearing up the people.
okay, we got to wrap things up. It's about that time for us to I told y'all that hour can go real fast.
Yeah, it went real fast.
Yeah.
So Mark, give us your last thoughts. He came back and we thank him for that. It's a popular demand for you, boy.
I had a great time. I appreciate y'all having me back. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. My turn.
Any last thoughts?
Well, I just want to say to anybody out there who has a desire to get married or remarry, I just want to say go to God. You know what I'm saying, before you make this decision, and make sure that you got a mate that can go to God. Like you guys can come together and pray together and things of that nature, because you definitely want to involve God in whatever it is you do. And I feel like if you involve God in what you do, you won't go wrong. Well, hopefully, because some people do, but just keep God involved. That's all I got to say.
And I just want to say that love is action. If God is love, then God showed us his love by sending his only begotten son. Love is action. So if you feeling like you're in love or whatever, what's happening with that love? Are they treating you right? Are they speaking to you right? What's going on with that love? See it and feel it, and now just hear the word love. I love you. I love you. That's cliche on some people. They just used to saying it. So I just want to encourage everybody and thank everybody for their support, and ask that you continue to come in and continue to support us as we come and talk about real life issues on this show. All right.
Amen.
Come
I
on, Miss
love
V.
these
Take
young.
us
I
out.
love these young women and love this young man. They
you
make
too.
me feel good, and they make me feel like I'm somebody when I know that I'm not. But I want to say this before I get off the air, and let everybody know I do believe in love, and I believe it's action, and I think that when you give it and you are for real, it will come back to you. Maybe not from the one that you give it to, but trust me, he got a way of circling it, and it won't come back void. I'm gonna say this as I leave. You know, there's a song the young people used to sing, and the song used to be, "If you see me and I'm not walking right and I'm not talking right, pray for me."
Yeah.
I could be weary, I could be wounded down deep within. Just pray for me. And in this walk, we don't know nobody's struggle. We don't know what nobody going through. We don't know what nobody coming through. And all you got to do is stand in the midst and say, you know what? I look at the people that's on the street, and I promise you, what you see every day, it want to bring you to your knees. I mean, they down to the floor. Clothes are all off. And I can't even talk about them because I'm busy saying that's somebody's brother, that's somebody's son, that's somebody's father, that's somebody. It don't leave me room to talk. So I'm gonna tell you, you don't know what nobody is going through.
Yes, right.
So all you got to do is just try to love them. And when you do that, trust me, you'll find somebody loving on you. And you ask yourself, I didn't do nothing to deserve it. I didn't do nothing to earn it, but God gave it to me. And for that, I'm glad. So my words to you is, I want to tell you, come on back here Thursday. We got some stuff lined up. Next Thursday, we're going to be talking about domestic violence. You already know my kids say I talk fast and they don't understand half of the words I said. But that's all right. They said it'd be like, you know what I mean.
You know what I mean.
So we're going to be talking about the
Domestic
Help me out, y'all. Help me out. We're going to be talking about domestic. I know how to say it. It's just when I get to talking, you know, it don't come out right.
That's all
We're
right.
going to be talking about domestic violence because this is Domestic Violence Month along with cancer awareness.
Yes.
So on our last podcast, we're going to have someone come in is going to talk about breast cancer awareness. And next week, we're going to be talking about domestic violence. And I thought I could bring somebody in to talk about domestic violence, but I said, I got them right here already on the show.
You ain't telling no story. Hey.
So we're gonna touch a little bit of everything next week and talk about it, because that's what we're about, putting some awareness in the atmosphere, challenge you to make you think.
And can you talk about your sisters supporting sisters event that's coming up real soon? So we can support sisters.
Oh yeah, everybody know I got a platform. The platform is Sister Supporting Sisters. We're gonna be doing Walk in My Shoes. And that is honestly what I get there from, because you don't know the struggle that peoples are going through. You don't know the news that some people's just gotten. You don't know the pain of maybe sitting at the bedside of somebody that's about to leave. Or you don't know somebody that's just been incarcerated and they got to sit. You don't know. So if you can give somebody a smile because they need it, if you can give somebody a word of encouragement because they need it, do it. Man. You're stronger than that. You're bigger than that. You can carry somebody else's burden, even if you don't know it. God has given us the strength, and he can build us up where we're torn down. And when you help somebody else, somebody is going to help you. When you speak good to somebody else's children, somebody else is going to be trying to speak good to yours. Right. So you just try to drop a little nugget, bless a little here and there, and hope God, he'll do the rest. But you got to move your feet if you want him to do it.
That's right.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll see you all next week.
Come on back on Thursday night. I'm here for a purpose.
anything.
There's a calling on my life. He's working through me. I'm sure. No longer